They say time is money. But what if time could also be an inspiration? What if every glance at your wrist reminded you of where you are going, not just where you are? Welcome to a world where elegance does not demand excess. This is your invitation to discover luxury redefined. Affordable? Motivational. Sophisticated. These are not just watches. They are statements. Let's dive into the timepieces that will keep your hustle alive. Section 1. The psychology of wearing a watch. We start with a question. Why do successful people still wear watches in the smartphone era? Is it a habit, nostalgia, or something deeper? Watches signal purpose, discipline, confidence. When you wear a timepiece, you are broadcasting something powerful without saying a word. You are telling the world, I value my time. Wearing a watch, while seemingly a simple act of checking the time, can reveal a lot about a person's personality and even influence their behavior. Beyond its functional purpose, a watch can be a statement piece, reflecting style, punctuality, and even personality quirks. Research suggests that watch wearers tend to be more conscientious, organized, and punctual, and the act of wearing a watch may even contribute to these traits. Here's a more detailed look at the psychology of wearing a watch. 1. Conscientiousness and punctuality. Studies have shown a correlation between wearing a watch and higher levels of conscientiousness, a personality trait associated with being organized, reliable, and goal-oriented. Watch wearers tend to be more punctual and may even arrive early to appointments, demonstrating respect for time and a commitment to schedules. This connection may stem from the symbolic representation of time and the commitment to keeping track of it that wearing a watch implies. 2. Self-expression and style. Watches are a form of personal expression, allowing individuals to showcase their style and personality. The choice of watch, from sporty chronographs to elegant dress watches, can convey different aspects of a person's character and aspirations. A watch can be a reflection of one's taste, attention to detail, and even a connection to a specific brand or design aesthetic. 3. Psychological impact. The act of selecting and putting on a watch can be a personal ritual that evokes feelings of joy, satisfaction, and a sense of readiness. For some, a watch can serve as a reminder of goals, achievements, or special moments in their lives. The physical presence of a watch on the wrist can also provide a sense of comfort and connection to one's belongings, making it an extension of the self. 4. Social perception. Watches can be perceived as a symbol of professionalism, competence, and attention to detail. In some cultures, wearing a watch is seen as a sign of maturity and responsibility. The style and quality of a watch can also influence how others perceive the wearer's social status and financial standing. 5. Beyond functionality. While watches are functional timekeeping devices, they also hold a more profound psychological significance. They can represent tradition, craftsmanship, and a connection to history, especially in the case of mechanical watches. The act of collecting watches can be a hobby in itself, driven by the pursuit of rarity, aesthetics, and the thrill of the hunt. For high achievers, a wristwatch is not just a tool. It is a trophy, a ritual, a reminder that minutes matter. From Navy SEALs to CEOs, timepieces have always represented more than timekeeping. They represent mindset, control, legacy. So before we look at the brands, we need to understand this truth. The right watch does not just match your outfit, it matches your ambition. And coming up next, we reveal a $200 timepiece that looks like it costs $2,000 and might be your next power move. Section 2, Seiko, the gateway to understated luxury. Seiko. The name whispers tradition, precision, and the value that punches far above its price point. The Seiko 5 line in particular is legendary. Automatic movement, stainless steel case, a rich legacy dating back to 1963. For under $150, you can own a piece of horological history. The Seiko SNK 809 is rugged, minimal, and versatile. But if you prefer elegance, the Seiko Presage line brings Japanese artistry to your wrist with cocktail-inspired dials and sapphire crystal, still under $400. Seiko automatics teach you about time, literally. You feel the movement. You notice the seconds. It grounds you. But what if you crave something bolder? A brand born from rebellion? Up next, the disruptor that took on the Swiss. Section 3. MVMT, the disruptive darling. In 2013, two college dropouts decided luxury should not cost a fortune. MVMT was born. What started as a crowdfunding dream became a global sensation. Sleek, minimalist, Instagram-ready, MVMT watches are tailored for a generation that wants design and accessibility. The Chrono series in gunmetal or black leather speaks to urban ambition. Price tag? Under $150. Critics say they are more fashion than function. But ask yourself this. When you're closing your next deal or pitching your next idea, do you want attention or admiration? MVMT does not whisper. It speaks up. Coming up is a Swiss-powered legend that is hiding in plain sight at a price you will not believe. Section 4, Tissot. Swiss soul, everyday priced Tissot is where real watch lovers nod in approval. Founded in 1853, powered by Swiss ETA movements, yet it is still affordable for entry-level collectors. The Tissot Gentlemen, or PRX, are stunners. Clean lines, sapphire crystal, and stainless steel bracelet. The PRX, in particular, has exploded in popularity for its 70s aesthetic. It looks expensive. It feels solid. It makes you stand taller. Owning a Tissot is like driving a BMW 3 Series. You know it is not the most elite, but it feels elite. And that is enough. But what if you want something edgy? Something inspired by aviation, motorsports, and moon missions? Section 5, Citizen. Innovation on your wrist meets Citizen. A brand that quietly dominates the affordable luxury space with technology, design, and eco-conscious engineering. The eco-drive tech means your watch never needs a battery, ever. It charges from light, any light. The Nighthawk model is legendary among entry-level collectors. It looks tactical, feels adventurous, ready for takeoff. And if you are into minimalist dress watches, the Citizen Corso line is a boardroom-ready favorite. But now let's travel to Scandinavia, where design meets calm confidence. The next brand is the watch equivalent of a high-end lifestyle brand, without the markup. Section 6, Nordgreen. Sustainable Scandinavian elegance, Nordgreen is more than a watch. It is a philosophy. Designed in Copenhagen by Jakob Wagner, former Bang & Olufsen designer, these watches are about form, function, and feeling. Minimal dials, interchangeable straps, carbon-neutral production, and every purchase supports global causes. The native and philosopher models are timeless, both in aesthetics and in what they represent. You do not just wear Nordgreen, you express something with it. Values, vision, simplicity. Feeling inspired? Because what is next is the ultimate wild card, a brand that is part legend, part hype, and completely unexpected. Section 7, Casio, the cult classic that refuses to die. Do you think Casio is just a digital throwback? Think again. The Casio F91W is retro cool. The G-Shock series is virtually indestructible and favored by soldiers, athletes, and adventurers worldwide. Even celebrities wear G-Shocks, and some models look like tactical armor for your wrist. Then there is the Edifice line, sleek and bright, with Bluetooth connectivity and motorsport vibes. Casio proves luxury is not always leather and gold. Sometimes it is reliability, resilience, reputation. So which watch should you get? Let's wrap it all up in a way that makes your next step easy. Section 8. The right watch for your story. You have seen the options. From the quiet luxury of Tissot to the rebellious edge of MVMT, the grounded grit of Seiko, and the thoughtful minimalism of Nordgreen. So now ask yourself, do you want to feel empowered every time you glance at your wrist? Do you want your watch to reflect where you are headed, not just who you are? Choose the watch that aligns with your vision, your hustle, your journey. Whether it is $80 or $800, make it mean something. Time is the one luxury we all share equally. But how do we wear it? That makes all the difference. If you found your next watch today, hit like. If you want more insights on style, wealth, and ambition, hit subscribe. Because time does not stop, and neither should you.